Hello, everyone. My name is Yuta Jazz, and today we are going to do another pick a pile. It's going to be what is the first step? So, wherever you are in your life, whatever change you're trying to do, whatever it is, maybe it's not a change, maybe it's something else, right? Maybe you're starting up a thing again. This is the pick a pile to give you guidance and clarity on where to go with your intentions, with what is on your mind, with what you really want to create or do. And another thing that I've noticed from the cards that I've picked up from the top and bottom is it's going to relate to having more positivity and faith in yourself as well as the universe, and finding that relationship within yourself as well as within your reality and world on how things can happen and come about and what to move towards in building a positive relationship for your endeavors. So these both were reversed, but yeah, you can pause the video to read what they are saying if that is relevant to you. Maybe the symbology is important to you. Maybe you have a certain association with the colors that are here. So yeah, I'll leave that to you because it is also important for us to connect to our own intuition, not just to seek information or clarity or guidance from other people that are either readers or friends or otherwise, right? It's very important what intuitive hits we receive from these tarot readings or otherwise. So I'll just give you a moment to pick the pile, and we're gonna switch over to pile one. Hello, pile number one. This is the card you have chosen. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Very beautiful card to me. I mean, all of the cards in this deck are really awesome. Um, but there's some that kind of have always uh, taken, I don't know, a fancy to me. Like, I don't know. There's just some that I love more than others because I guess I personally relate to them more. And this one, I really like how the colors are like trickling down the card and that it's a bit of a mix. And it screams to, I guess, a little bit of like a darkness effect, right? But also to the positivity or the life or the light of the circumstance as well. So it's a bit of both. It's not just like a completely positive card. It is also one that is equally balanced with like mentioning the hardships of the journey of like going for your dreams and finding that meaning and everything. And I'm gonna leave the cards like downwards, although all of them so far have actually flipped up open. So yeah. Apparently we should start like frickin' flipping them over though. I guess there's just a bit of a message of like there's been hardship in the past of going for whatever you want to go for because there has been a attempt to go at things very openly and positively about, you know, the world's your oyster, nothing is holding you back. You can keep going for what you desire, and the point that you don't really know the road in front of you isn't something to hold you back. But I feel like this group has actually started many either projects or have tried. You guys have tried doing the same thing in so many different ways. You're the group that has gotten back on the horse every single time, and you are at your wit's end because it's kind of like you are starting again and you keep doing it and you keep losing faith. Like it keeps being um, like another notch on your belt, but it's like you don't really get a better belt at the same time. And I feel like there is a bit of a feeling of being judged by the universe in negative ways and negative connotations that maybe by things not working out, it's created a limiting belief of like you don't deserve and good things don't happen to you. But actually, there's a hidden message in all of this that is actually for your benefit. Like whatever circumstances you're going through, whatever is happening, it isn't to hold you back. It's actually to push you forward and to build you up and to have more strength and resilience when going through the immense changes towards the things that you want. A fact that I am seeing here is whatever you guys are going through or you are trying to achieve, it is actually so beyond what you have had in the past, what you have grown up with, that it is a refining process. Every time you have went through something, it's not like you failed when it didn't happen. You actually have gotten way more benefit, but because it's easier to limit us or to downplay our successes, it's come out as a negative, as a minus, as a thing that hasn't really worked out for you. And there is a very strong message of this isn't the case. This will rejuvenate you. This will become evident to you that this hasn't been for nothing, that you are going the right direction, that you have actually always gone towards the right direction, but it is a little bit, I guess, outside of the realms of what you are usually used to, right? And that doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it is working in a way that you can't really control. You can't really perceive the whole picture of it. You can't really make it out to be like this or that, right? But that like look at the cards. They're actually quite positive cards, except for this one, right? Except for this one. And you could say like this is in between. This is like both. But honestly, this spread is talking to your strength, to your positivity, to the point that you've maintained course, that you've kept up to and with your standards, with your desires, with your dreams. You've not given up on yourself. And it's sometimes hard to accept how we might self-sabotage or limit ourselves when we're doing good. Even if we don't get the result, right? It doesn't mean that you have failed, but it is sometimes easier, especially when you're going for like things that are out of out of your reach or beyond the expectations or society's norms, right? It's easy to downplay the huge transition, the huge life journey that we have went through to even be at where we are, to even have the chance to start again, to keep going, to keep achieving, and to keep nurturing our passions as well. There is a thing here of like, you're not actually doing anything wrong. The universe isn't like taking this away from you or proving the point that you shouldn't have this or you don't deserve it or you're not cut out for it. It's more of a case of like how you can settle your own worries and disagreements and pains. It's staring you right in the face. It's right in front of you. And it's more related to how you feel about yourself and what you say to yourself and what you think about yourself and your dreams and your endeavors, not necessarily that what you are doing is wrong. Keep nurturing those passions, keep taking some time away. Don't try and work harder and think that that is the answer, that you need to like burn yourself out or try and sprint to the result, right? Like keep it the way you are doing it because it is working out in a way that you can't really perceive or even accept at the moment because it's taking longer. And the reason it's taking longer is so you can actually accept not just yourself, but one like the journey that it takes to get to where you want to get to, and then that the result is what you actually wanted. Like it's long term, it's stable, it's a foundation, it's a whole new lifestyle, and it's a whole new world for you that isn't going to go away. This group doesn't feel like the group that goes for superficial surface reasons or things or desires. I feel like it is a group that actually really moves towards their own perfection, their own real core desires. You guys are the people that really look at things in the big view. You don't downplay it. You don't downplay it. I feel like these cards are important because they clarify the point of like it will end. The hardship, the heartbreak, the pain, it will end. Just keep going and take your time with it. Be slow. Accept that, you are still in the early stages of making it and building it up, and you're gathering everything you need to not really like hit the ground running, right? But be so like planted in the timeline that you are living through to get the results you want. Like you are so stably grounded in what you're wanting to achieve or going for, and that it is going to take the amount that it's going to take. It's going to take the amount of resources, it's going to take the amount of time, it's going to take the amount of energy, and you need to also prioritize self-care and then build up the muscle of self-trust and like belief and confidence in yourself. Because the thing is like the good vibes, the joy, the purpose of it, the things that can reinvigorate you for this journey haven't really left you. I think that just like sometimes you felt like you need to force yourself or manipulate the script that this is how you're gonna need to feel or be like or whatever. And it's like, nah, you are refining your emotional state alongside of this. Um, Keep doing what you're doing. It is good. It is good. It's not gonna escape you or leave you. Yeah, don't get in your head about it as well. Like don't get in your head about it. There's something that there's like a tendency to overcomplicate the situation, the results, and how things are going or are meant to be. Don't get into the societal like brainwashing of how success is achieved or how successful people live. You are creating your own story. You're creating your own stability, and you're making it full. You're making it like completely fleshed out. You're making it customized to who you are and how you want to live your life. And it's particular. Maybe for some of you people, there has never been a proper example of how you would be happy, and so you're having to learn and create it on the go every step of the way. You have like advice and guidance here and there, but most of the time, there's nothing very solid or significant enough for you to be like, this is what I can really count on or handle or whatever. It can also relate to people as well, and it's not necessarily that they don't try or they're not there for you. It's more that they are not capable of seeing something that is so new and so unpredictable and so custom and personal to you, right? Some of those people don't really even go for this pinnacle, this result, this experience. Yeah, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Because this relationship that you're creating between yourself and what you want to make, and also with the universe, is working. It's like you keep punching up and up and up. Like you keep going up and up and up. The vision that I'm currently getting is I don't know if any of you like really are into seeing like really cool sports or what's that thing like where people are basically like ninja running or whatever. There's a whole show for it, right? And the the actual track of it is kind of insane. Like it requires a lot of physical and mental stability. What I'm imagining is the one where there's like notches on whatever, like plaque of wood, plaque of plastic, whatever it is, right? And you have this beam, and instead of doing a push-up, you actually grab the whole beam and you hook on to the higher level of those notches. So you guys keep actually elevating the whole entire like beam. You keep elevating yourselves more than you think you are, and it is a very big feat. It's just that like don't fall prey to your own self-doubt or even maybe the self-doubt of other people because it's not necessarily that they can doubt you if this is going to work out, right? Like it's more of their perception and anticipation of what is possible in the world and also for themselves. And some of the things they might be telling you is because of their faith in themselves and the world and making new things. It doesn't really relate to you. It's not your truth. It's not how the world or your efforts are going to really work for you. And as long as you don't take it up, don't take it in, they're not going to be able to deter you from your own confidence of what you really want to make and create here. Yeah, there's also still like proper support out there from the sounds of it. There's some type of emotional support or care or companionship out there for you. It's just the people that you do need to receive it from have something similar to you most of the time. They have either big dreams, they have huge desires of either love or some type of like shift in society. They're big thinkers. They think outside of the box. They're creative, they're artistic, they're unconventional. And those are the people that can help you grow the confidence within you and make you ready to receive. They can put you in a state that is non-aggressive, it's not overworked, it's not critical, it's not negative, right? They can put you at ease and make you relax and be completely open to whatever the universe might have there for you. But they do have to be on the same page in at least one or a few things with you as well. I do think most of you know who these friends are. I think you just sometimes hold things into yourself and then are afraid to go out of your comfort zone because you've been so hyper focused on doing this thing. And it's like, are they gonna respond the same way as everyone else has? The answer is no. The people that you know you can trust that are coming maybe to your mind at this current point in time, and you're not guessing about it, you're not trying to figure out if this is the person or not. You know, you feel you are exactly aware of who I'm talking about. If you don't know, this message is to um remind you that there are going to be people like that, or you have at least one individual like that. I feel like for most of you, there's more. So maybe you are a part of a certain Discord group, or you follow like something on Facebook, or there's inspirational people on YouTube you watch, and they have really nice followings that you also connect to. Whatever your community, your group is, your friends are that have this energy of being approachable and respectful, understanding, and people that don't go over your boundaries, right? Maybe they have similarities or same likes or ambitions, right? Go to them. Try connecting with them. Check with yourself of what you are ready to connect with them, but you might need to actually give yourself a bit of a kick in the behind to be open to accept what they can offer you, because to you it doesn't seem really like they're there for like it doesn't seem like something that they can do or is approachable to you on some level, but really you know that they are. There's some type of personal limitation that you do need to get through before you can fully accept that. And if you do know that you just need to like go and give them 1919 on my recording clock as well. If you do know that they are there for you, right? And you just don't take that, go and initiate that first. Maybe they're trying to not upset you as well, and so they don't come in with this conversation or idea, but they are there for you to come to them. We're gonna have and get another card, just like an ending card, a bit of an oracle card. There we go. That flipped very nicely. Flow. Yeah, this is perfect for you. This is perfect for you. It is a relationship between you and yourself as you go through this like very misty environment. It is an emotional journey for you more than anything. It is something of like faith and a trust and a belief within yourself as well as the circumstances. And it is something that you are kind of figuring out as you go. But as long as you're not gripping too tightly, being too critical or limited in your thinking, and being free with your passion and feeding it, and then also resting when you need to, right? You're gonna be fine. Just keep the emotional journey that sustains you in reaching your life's goals, the things that you want to create because they are happening. It might be just hard to see sometimes because you are in quite a dark environment for yourself. Like you've done this quite a few times, right? And it is a case of then like how many times can I get back on the horse? And for you guys, you have the resources to keep you going. Just don't give up on yourselves. Don't give up on any of this. You are doing really well. Really, really well. If you need, ask for signs from your guides. They will always deliver on that. Um, yeah. I feel like that is it. Thank you so much for watching this pick a pile and supporting my videos or Twitch or anything else that I do. If you want to see more of me, you can click on my link tree down below for more of my socials and stuff that I do. I do Twitch readings as well as I have a Discord you can get to through there. And there's also Etsy, Instagram, like a bunch of stuff. So yeah, thank you. If you like this, please like it because it helps. And I hope to see you in the next video or a next pick a pile, like pile, whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway, bye. Hello, pile number two. This is the card you chose. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. And it's a hummingbird that's basically really fabulous. It's amongst a bunch of like shiny stars, and I feel like it's like also smiling. You can decide that for yourself if it is or isn't. But to me, it looks like the bird is smiling as well. So, yeah. I'm gonna put that down over here and go to tarot. Mm, I guess we're gonna go to tarot in a bit. Um, the cards that are really calling me right now are these ones for you, so let's just go and check it out. Oh, I feel like I have a sneeze coming on. I'm gonna keep shuffling and hope I don't sneeze. Oh, oh, I think I'm fine. If any of you said a premature bless you, thank you. That kind of does stop like sneezes though, doesn't it? I really like doing it when I was younger. I used to like constantly annoy some of my friends by telling them bless you before they would actually sneeze. Found it really hilarious. They did not. I know a really annoying thing. And I don't have my frickin' sound hack today, so we're gonna be struggling. Well, not really struggling. We're gonna be experiencing the whole turning off of the headset. Um, that is all the cards. If the top and bottom is relevant to you, you can self-divinate at the moment currently yourself. All of the top and bottom cards are reverse as of late or so far. We'll see how the third pile goes. It's really weird. I'm hearing kind of like that this is reversed, but I feel like it's not reversed. I mean, I just got told it is reversed, so I'm just gonna listen. I know when my guidance is saying one thing and I'm like, eh. But okay, so that is also reversed. Interesting. What I'm getting is like you were making a transition towards a transition, which is really interesting. Like you're journeying and you're trying to find the understanding and whatever reality you need to be in to create a period of moving through all of the things that you know, so you have something new that comes up with it, and then so you can actually like do something with it. Like you want to do something very particular and very specific, um, but you are in this place where you are maybe finishing a cycle. Maybe you are finishing, it only is coming up as a cycle. So whatever that means to you, it could be a life cycle, it could be a job thing, it could be an education year, it could be a whole education like curriculum, right? It could be a few years. Whatever you are doing, you are trying to find your own balance and understanding and rational like facts that are personal to you, that are individual to you. You're trying to find some type of clarity and knowledge that comes only from you and nothing else, which is beautiful. I do have to say that is a good way to go about this because you're basically preparing for what can be an ego death, what can be a perspective change, what can be a huge life transition, maybe moving house, maybe moving countries, maybe moving town, state, anything, right? Continent, maybe even for some of y'all. Or creating a paradigm and a reality and a lifestyle and just a life stage where you are creating the resources and the beginning to jump into the thing that you've always wanted to do, and you're very hyper focus on it. You understand that you need to water it like a plant, you know, and you need to give it enough sunlight, enough care. You can't overdo it. You need to take your time and you need to really be expressive about it, at least to yourself. It's not like everyone needs to hear about it and everyone needs to know it, but you yourself need to have a coherent, open relationship and communication style or state of expression within yourself when it comes to this specific thing. Um, Numbers might be important to you because, interestingly enough, we have what looked like a 34 here, but it's actually 43. And then we have a 35 here, and then a 36 here. So you are going through the necessary steps, and you know that some of the steps are kind of locked away from you because you're in this place of like finishing up some business. Maybe some of you are also finishing up whatever family cycles that have been playing out that don't serve you no more or are not going to serve you once you are going to go into this new stage, life, whatever. And the hummingbird might be quite significant and important to you specifically. There might be something about either the fascination behind them, their um, image or symbology might be popping up quite often. Maybe you see them quite often wherever you are. Um, Maybe the like analogy or vision of spreading your wings is really big. This kind of feels like a pile that might have like some students or a significant amount of students. I heard at least one of you say like, "Yeah, I'm a student." Well, congratulations, you're actually taking the education journey really well, and you're making the best out of it. Most people do not take it on as maturely or as seriously as you, and yet you still somehow know how to have fun and make the most of this time of your youth. So Yeah, and if it's not education for you, you take it symbolically, take it metaphorically. Maybe you're studying something of your lifestyle or state of mind or your perception, right? Maybe you're trying to change your routine. Maybe you're studying something about your family's expectations and how they've lived life and how you don't want to live life the same way, right? Maybe you're studying in a way where it's like you are gaining experience in a certain position in a certain career so you can elevate to a different company or a different position in the same company. Maybe you're learning how to utilize whatever you're going to learn in your employment to make a business of your own. So take whatever it is of study. It can also apply to relationships, but that one's going to be a bit too much for me. This does relate to someone in the aspect of romantic relationships. You are learning something about your communication style, how you relate, and what you really seek in partners and what really matters to you, and that there's no reason to blame anyone or be hateful about breakups or who they are, that it's more about people figuring out how they relate, connect, and how compatible they are to each other to be the person that they are. I also just experienced sense of deja vu, so that might be a little bit relevant to someone somehow. I don't know. Look at your dreams. Maybe some of your dreams are going to actually happen, and it doesn't have to be big. It can be a pretty mundane moment that just kind of happens and appears, and that will be a significant moment because it will clarify that you are on the right path, that you are in the right place, that you are acting accordingly by your heart's desires. All right. So it's not been an easy journey. It has been challenging, and I feel like other people have not really understood why you do the things you do. They've seen you as a bit erratic, naive, and maybe a bit unconventional and also just young, right? But what really is happening is you're saying no to the same bullshit that everyone kind of chains up to themselves to. You might be that person that instead of like living the very secure path or doing the stuff that you don't like and getting a job and just staying in the neighborhood, you might be the one that is breaking out of that to create your own business, your own ambitions, your own desires. And it is working. Just because other people don't get it doesn't mean it's not real. And you should definitely keep going. It's funny, these readings were supposed to be on what is the first step, and all y'all are already doing your first step so far. There hasn't been a message of like you aren't doing it. Um, so that's reverse, that's upright. Um, and reversed, upright. Yeah, keep ignoring the noise, the rubble, the rabble, the nonsense. Keep finding your own understanding and balance and wisdom. Keep investing in your emotional well-being, but also your emotional like state of passion and desire and love, right? Not to the extreme of like being only like driven by it and insane and chained by it, but in the healthy manner that you have been investing in your desires and feelings, keep going, keep doing that. It is done in a really well manner and way where you are quite down to earth. You might hear other people praise you that are your peers because they don't understand how you are so good at doing what you do, and then also how good you are at expressing your own circumstance and accepting it and not judging other people, not judging the reality behind it, just in general being grounded and then being so emotionally open, so emotionally like loving and caring about everything. You also have a lot of divine guidance and support. There are angels looking after you. And if you don't believe in angels, you can think of it as whatever relates to you, ETs and otherwise. There are beings that are looking after you, rooting for you, and believing in your endeavors, especially ancestry, if that is a big thing for anyone. In here, your ancestors are helping you in the ancestral realms. Not all of the ancestors are on the same page. Some of them are just quite out there. But you have the ones that are on your side, not only protecting you, but trying to guide you in what you desire and what you're figuring out for yourself. So they're gonna keep supporting your blooming. They're going to be there for you. Victory is guaranteed and assured. Yes, you don't need to feel bad or like critical. I feel like some people have said like, shouldn't you be more responsible about how you go around things? And it's like, nah, you're already responsible. You just don't get down about it. Like you don't stress, you don't worry, you don't make it out to be like this big thing that society or life has made it out to be, right? Other people are enslaved to it, and you have seen it play out in such negative ways where they just sell and give up like their hopes and dreams and passions for a little bit of stability that is never going to really matter to them. It's never going to be happy. It's going to be a rocky boat, lost at sea, and you yourself are caught in the middle just trying to balance all of the things you don't even like, you don't even freaking care for. And you've seen this pattern, you have decided to break through it, and that is what you are making of yourself. That is what you are creating within this world. And you are eventually going to be a shining beacon of this as an example to others that they can achieve this too. It's just about how you go about it, right? It's how you take the different cycles and how they come about and what you learn in the different um, quotas, semesters, like whatever it is, right? What do you take away from it and how do you make it grow within yourself as a strength, as a possibility, instead of it undermining you and keeping you stuck in somewhere you don't want to go? How do you like space your time out and accept the reality and accountability of like, I am either there or not there, or I'm here, right? Like, what am I going to do with the situation that I'm in? And that it's not against you. It's not bad. Everyone goes through a bunch of stuff in life that shouldn't deter you from being who you want to be and doing what you like and what you want to. This is freaking awesome, man. I have nothing more to add. I did hear like pull some more cards, which is kind of surprising to me. Like, yeah, just pull like at least one off here. So let's like see if anything else drops out as a finishing message for you because like I did want to close it out, but I'm hearing like, oh, look at that, you got another hummingbird. Oh, and completion also cycles. Da, da, da. Pretty damn cool. And that you don't need to take action on this right now. The time will come when you need to take action. You're at the right place. This is just confirming what you already know because you guys already know this. This isn't something new to you. Like sometimes you doubt it, sometimes it feels like it's not real. Like how are you supposed to know whether it's the right time for anything, right? But it's like no, you've realized that the world works in its own cycles and on its own clocks, and there's seasons for everything, and you're making the best out of yours. You are making the best out of yours. And you are actually very much balancing um, the two different sides of yourself. Whatever those two sides are, this is relating a little bit more to feminine and masculine to me, but if you're not really working with that, it doesn't really matter to you or something, this can relate to any other polarity or dynamic that you have within yourself of like this and that, the more rational side and the more creative side, or the more responsible side and then the more wild side, the yin and the yang of whatever it is to you personally, because it doesn't necessarily have to go by that connotation of what spirituality has described it to be. You can see it as simple as like the go factor and the chill and stay at home and have some fun factor, whatever it is. So keep learning from what you've learned this from, like the point that everything has cycles and there's a perfect time for everything. You are communicating with something very deep, wise, and loving. To some of you, it might just be Gaia, but I don't want to limit your expectations or understanding to what it is. You have found a personal connection to some sort of energy that hasn't just like shown you that there's such a thing as like timing cycles and energy flow like that, but it has so much more to teach you. It has so much more stability and support that it wants to provide you. It is a nurturing force in your life, and it is a benevolent energy that watches over you and wishes only the best for you, and it will keep showing you signs, and it will just be like you kind of personally like rationalizing or figuring things out or finding deep life wisdom, basically. Um, and this energy is super proud of you, super duper proud. It can't wait for you to achieve your dreams, but they are patient. It's not like they're pushing you. They're just there for you. They're just seeing this. So, yeah. Really cool reading. Thank you so much for being a part of the community, sharing your stories, liking, subscribing, and otherwise supporting me in whatever way you do. It means a lot to me. If you want to see more of my content, you can go down into my link tree to see Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and other things. Twitter is just for updates. I just share whenever I upload videos or do something there. I don't actually tweet my thoughts or anything. You can go to Discord for that. Um, so yeah, I yeah hope to see you next time and have a good one and be yourself and keep shining and bye bye. Hello, pile number three. This is the card you have chosen, and it says, "I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort." This card very much talks to obviously a deeper meaning within anything we are experiencing, especially if we are against it, upset by it, or aggravated, or blaming anything or anyone. This card is always the card that's going to show up and is talking to not just moon cycles, but in general, that there's a timing to every piece of understanding, or there's a timing to every situation. There's a period of growth that happens within anything and everything that we experience, and sometimes you can't even just rush it. It just has to be something that you become more conscious and aware of, and if you do work with moon magic, this does relate to it as well. And here I do get a strong sense that it does relate to your feminine energy, to your emotional body, to your sacral as well, if you are spiritual or into chakras. And if you're not, it's relating to something that you might feel frustrated about in terms of like your passions, creating. Maybe you have a creative block, like a writer's block at the current moment. It also speaks to our sensual or sexual side as well. And there might be something there that is a bit mucky, a bit like loose, I guess, in a way, or a bit out of balance, out of whack that is affecting you currently. So let's get some tarot up in here and see what this is specifically about. I am getting a strong message of like whatever this is to you, don't worry about it. Everything takes its time and everything ends. Nothing lasts forever, whether it's good or bad. And just because it's unpleasant doesn't mean that it's not for you. It can mean that it's just that challenging, difficult, or out of the norm for your own psyche, for your own worldview, for your own perspective and how you feel about things. Oh my lord. Okay. I got a real strong thing of like, please could you do this? Yeah, those cards are needed. Oh Lord. Okay. These are not easy cards. You guys have been going through some stuff. Reversed, upright. Oof the. Yeah, you guys are having a lot of agony about your passions and how to go forward and what to do about it. Sorry, I just need to like the energy is so all over the place in this reading that it's kind of like even hard to read it. So reversed, upright, reversed, upright, reversed. Okay. Let's have, nah, that doesn't feel right to me. Um, do, 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 do. Yeah, you know what cards are there. And I'm sorry if you really want to see like all of them, but like this is how it's coming across, and I feel like I might be using this upper splotch here. Yeah. Um, there is divine intervention at whatever you're experiencing. I feel like at least one of you were like, God damn it! Fuck, crap! I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! Which, good job, yes, you did. Listen to your own intuition, because you do know and understand, and you are getting divinely, like, you're kept in this place for you, not against you, because you're holding on to pain and not letting it go and process through your body because you're probably going to have emotional reactions and mental anguish for just a little bit until you like you fully let go of it and you fully like let it out and do whatever you need with it, and then you can start going on your merry way. But currently it's like you're being stopped because there's a reason for it. It's not accidental. It's not that you're doing something wrong. It's happening for you. There's something that you don't believe in when it comes to your dreams. There's something you don't believe in yourself. There's distractions in your social group and the environment. There's people that are out there that aren't really there for you. They're not out like some of them might be actually even out to get you, but I feel like I don't even want to continue that sentence, but um, some of them are not even out there to get you. For some, there might be one or two. Be careful of who you talk to. I think you're already aware that there's something fishy with these individuals that like are out to get you. So don't mistrust what you're feeling about them. But there's also just a lot of like dense negative energy in your social groups. Like there's people that aren't even there for you. Like they're just so caught up in their own bullshit that it's like why do you keep them around? Just out of pleasantries or having a give and take relationship, like a conditional relationship, right? That is for pros and cons and other things, and then you got to deal with the fallout in your friend group because I don't know, Samantha or like Barbara or Jake is out of nowhere acting up and like everyone's fucked up for the whole entire week. Well, then fucking annex them. Get them out. Like, I don't know why annex like specifically came through. That's not necessarily the right way to use that word in that context, but I don't know what I'm gonna leave it because it came through quite strongly. So like you need some time out to realize one who these people are that you need to get away from because I feel like they're even holding you back from your own understanding of like where you don't have your own back, where you don't believe in yourself. Like you feel like you're attached to them in some way and you think you need them, but they're actually holding you back and enforcing the point of how you hold yourself back. And it's hard to hear sometimes, but honestly, once you get rid of people like this, you feel so much better. You actually start understanding, like, one, why you had them, but also why you never needed them to begin with, and that they never really were your friends. They weren't there for you. They were maybe a good place to hang out and do some reckless stuff with, but honestly, like, they were keeping you away from what you really wanted, and you were settling for something that was not even there for you. Like, it wasn't never gonna fulfill you. And this is actually coming from your own energy and higher realms. This isn't something that is just being like brought to you or onto you from the universe. No, this is something that you are deeply aware of, but the transformation, right, for it to really take hold needs to go not just into your subconscious or come from your some subconscious aspect. It has to be consciously given and injected into all of your different aspects and all of your subconscious. Like it's kind of like caring for all of the pieces of you that are part of you that are really gonna make this dream work, and it's okay to take time. This isn't gonna, like, your dreams aren't gonna go away just because you take time to take care of yourself and your business and to even out the wrinkles. If anything, like, if you get to wherever you want to get to and keep, like, are doing the stuff you want to do right now, right, you're gonna have these energies with you and you will never actually feel safe or secure, stable, or what's the word? Satisfied. There we go. Satisfied with what you get, with what you have. Even if you achieve what you want to achieve, you will not be happy with it if you still have this around you and in your life. It's better to get new people. It's better to get a new outlook on life, and then you can go out and start doing things. Um, I think you've taken a different approach to where it's like if I keep pushing and keep being like hardcore about it, right? That's when I'm gonna get the answers, and it's like, nah, you need to go into your heart and you need to accept that you might be a bit angry because you start realizing some things about your friends as well as your own dreams and your own expectations of yourself. Um, that you might have taken on from other people or just yourself out of nowhere, like you might get to this point where it's like, why have I never actually believed in myself, but then I really always wanted this, like this was always my dream, and yet I've never taken the confidence or like gone off on a limb for myself. Like, why have I never been in my own corner? Why haven't I been there for myself in the way that I really needed to? And you might go through, like, the worst case scenario here is like a week of real unpleasant emotions like anger, rage, depression, even for some of y'all. But then if you just let yourself feel through it and then also like not get stuck in it, right? Instead of being just critical in the mind and being like, I just need to do this, I just need to change, blah, 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 blah. You will get those answers. You will feel better by the end of the week. For some of you, it's just going to be 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, whatever it is. But you need to take that time out. And for others, like maybe this is such a huge life change that like you're gonna have times where you need to take time out to feel your feelings and to reflect regularly every month, right? Every week, maybe. What is that emotional like approach and response that you need to go for, that you need to keep going for? Because it's really important. Like, this isn't really a joke. And I know that maybe for some, it seems like there's other reasons of why you can't get on to the new stuff, to the new page, to the new thing, to the whatever new whatever. But really, um, it's all about your relationship with yourself and the courage you take within it and the healing time you also go through. It's refining your own environment, your expectations of yourself, your like state of mind, but your feelings are kind of the thing that's coming through as the most important. Um, it's not that you need to force this new beginning, it's that you need to be feeling right. You need to be feeling like the world is actually changing because you are changing, you are different. Okay, I just had a really weird experience. So I paused the video really quickly. Some of you might have probably noticed it because it might have been a bit like quick and cut off. And I did it so I don't have my headset disconnecting um, and automatically turning off. So I turned it off after I paused the video and then I turned it back on. And it still frickin' did the thing, man. It still like just a few minutes into me starting to use the headset again and talk to you guys and continue the reading, it just automatically turned off, which that hasn't actually happened. I haven't experienced that before. So I feel like even if you try being clever about this, right? Even if you try half-assing it, even if you try preparing for whatever it is to go forward, or doesn't matter how many resources, time, effort or other things you're going to sink into this new thing you want to get to or do, or how much you're going to try and invest towards breaking out and breaking into a new life or whatever, it's not gonna work, is what it's coming across like. If you skip this step, if you take this shortcut, it's not gonna work. You were getting this message right now as a fact. Nothing's gonna be worth it even if you don't go through this. It's unpleasant, but it's a part of it. It's a part of what you want. What we want isn't just one good thing. What we want is a bit of the bad and the challenge and the other stuff that is amidst all of it. You get the good moments as you live through life, but all of life isn't just good and happy. It is learning curves, it's disagreements, it's a bit of pain to get a bit of pleasure, right? And it doesn't have to be heavy or hard. The more you fight and the more you resist, the more it's gonna try and prove to you that it's like, no, this is not how this works. Like, you think you're in control? No. You can't manipulate the script. You can't force things. You can't control things and avoid what you have to do in the same process because it's not good for anyone. Um, Build up that relationship, build up that security. Like maybe even just, after you disown these people, maybe you should just try and find new friends that are gonna be there and help you when you start doing this new thing, when you begin it, right? Um, but besides, like before that and besides that, it is going to be like, how do you view your own ambitions? How do you view your own self? How do you view your emotional investment and like core truth and feelings about what you want to make, right? Because no one's going to believe in it if you don't believe in it. That's a hard truth, but it is a case of like no one. Just think about it as like a salesman, even if they're selling shit, right? People are gonna believe it if they are believing it, like, and what they're selling you. Same goes for the good stuff. Anything great can be left undone, unsaid, unrecognized, unloved, everything, just because there wasn't enough care and passion within the person that was holding it, doing it, talking about it, believing in it, like building it, you know, that strength, that core truth, that reality that you want to live comes from you first, and then it becomes a thing in the world. Every real thing starts with an idea, and if you can't get behind the idea, you don't have anything that's going to become anything real, that you can be a part of, that you can live through, that you can even take charge of. Like, you can't fully control creation, right? But you can take charge in stepping in the right direction with yourself, with the world, with what is out there, and you increase your chances of not just like enjoying it, but also having it, legitimately having it. And you have a lot of like support and backing behind you. This isn't easy because I feel like one, you had a lot holding you back all your life, and you are now realizing, or you are going to realize what that specifically was. I feel like most of you are realizing it at this current moment. It's just taking the decisions and the choices alongside it is kind of hard, because you are afraid to make mistakes and then like ruin the whole thing, like the whole batch. But it's not gonna happen as you're expecting it. And besides that, you have actually come in with like you've come in with a chip on your shoulder. You've come in with some cement somewhere on you, so you can let go of it and relinquish it for whatever reason that is personal to all of you differently. Some of you it's a karma thing and an ancestry thing. Others of you are significant light workers and star seeds that are capable of more than you have ever thought of, and this is one of the ways you will show that to yourself, and you have like your star family supporting you in this endeavor. You have your friends, your soul guides and angels, anything that you believe in, it is there for you. But you need to take responsibility and accountability for where you need to go emotionally to get the result you are going for. It is out there for you, but it's not going to happen if this is still in your energy. That's not how things work, sadly. And I'm wishing you the best luck, and the best comfort, I guess, confidence, like a place to do it. Some of you feel like you don't have a place for this, and it's like you do. You just need to make that decision, and you will find that place. You will carve it the fuck out if you have to. You will start wielding that sword in the way that it has to be wielded, not in the way that you think you gotta do, and you gotta fit in and make shift. It's more of a flow, and everything's here for you to achieve this. So let's get some closing out messages from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. The more I'm now like doing these readings, I do really want to get a guidebook. I might just buy the paperback where I found it in a weird black and white like PDF or whatever. Um, Three off the top, but you also want me to do the cancel card. Oh, that's gonna be the top and bottom. Okay. So. Yeah, so you are in charge of your own destiny and you are becoming stronger through this, and it's gonna end. It is temporary. It's just another notch on your belt. Like you're basically expanding your knowledge. So don't worry about it. Um, you are going to need to see some stuff for what it really is instead of hiding away from it, and then you'll be able to find more love and the things that will really support you in this journey. You will find people that will give you clarity, that will remind you who you are and where you're at and what you're doing and why it matters. But until you do that for yourself emotionally, no one's gonna really do that because you only have like these type of people around you. They're not even gonna, they're not supposed to go with you. They kinda don't even deserve it. Most, if not all of them, I feel, I just heard all of them don't even deserve this shit. So you don't deserve their shit. Like, get rid of them. They're not worth it. The Council of Light is with you, whatever that might mean to you. But for others, it's just like the divine is with you, your spirit team is with you, everyone is there with you. You just can't see them, can't feel them. You really need that. I feel like some of you aren't gonna get signs until like you do at least a little bit of like that emotional reflecting we were talking about. But others of you ask for the sign that you need to start believing in their presence. Um, and if they're not going to show it right away, they'll show it when the time will be right because you might need to be in this enclosed, hidden state. You know what I mean? And the reverse or upright? Reverse. Yeah. And it's on the Hermit and on the Queen of Cups. Yeah, go inside, go within. Find that equilibrium, that honest truth that you need to get into to spark your new decisions and awareness and what to actually do to help yourself realize what is the core truth of what is holding you back. And instead of pushing yourself outside of your bounds, your limits, your energy, your your pleasure even, like this is outside of what is gonna make you happy. This isn't the right answer. Like you being critical and thinking you gotta do things this specific way, that's actually counterintuitive. That's some societal bullshit behind there. um yeah, wishing you a lot of luck with this. This was a big reading. This wasn't an easy reading. This was hard. This was real. this was real, man. This was no sugarcoating it. I feel like you people are quite honest, big-hearted people that are hard workers and will do anything that you need to make the world a better place. And I believe in your journey. Believe in yourself. Believe in your intuitive hits. Believe in your emotions. Don't give away your heart because your heart is the most important thing in this equation. You know what I mean? Like it is so important that you feel right so you can shine that to other people so you can be the evidence we look forward to seeing in the world of how you can be happy and do the random out there things that other people can't even dream of imagining, you know? They can't even lucid dream to imagine it. Um, yeah. If you like this reading, please feel free to either share your story or just support me in whatever way you want by liking or subscribing. It does help me out and it's going to make me create these more often. Um, if you want to see more of my content and other stuff that I do, you can go down below to my link tree where there's Twitch, Instagram, gaming, YouTube, like all the different jazz that I do. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. And I love you. Bye.